Hey everybody, how's it going? First, I want to thank everybody that took the time to subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, I just want to thank you for tuning in. Maybe something on the thumbnail struck you as worthy of a look. And I hope I can live up to that trust, that this is worth a look. So let's just jump right into it. I wanted to create a video that was a first-time visitors communication starter kit. I only have 4 things for you to remember, and I got the notes here on my computer. There are only 4 things I really want you to remember right off the bat that you are not going to get in any brochures. This is just real world stuff. The first thing is you're going to hear a lot of it, but not only do you not speak Thai, and the chances are when you come here to visit, they all speak better English than you speak Thai. This really is it's a completely different culture. The way you think versus the way people in the East and Southeast think, the way you react to certain things, nonverbal cues are different. Everything is different. And so you have to take it into account that perhaps, maybe, when you are speaking or communicating, you want to be as efficient as you can with your words. Now, every time you encounter someone that speaks English, or for that matter, if you're coming from Germany or what have you, the comprehension is different with everybody. So I'm from the United States, so certainly everybody that was born in the United States that grew up speaking English, their comprehension and their English speaking skills certainly differ across the board. So you really have to keep that into account, and that's the basis of these other communication points that I'm going to cover. But basically what it's saying is that you just have to accept that you don't know what you don't know, and that as much as possible, especially if you're a tourist, it's okay that you can take things at face value. You say it, they say it. Don't try to be a communication sleuth or a linguist. It's okay to take it at face value. But that leads me into my second point. English as a second language does not mean dumb. I think I can speak for Americans when there is just a concept or just a belief out there that if you don't speak English, that you are somewhat unable to have complex, complete thoughts. Nothing could be further than the truth. Can you express yourself clearly and thoughtfully in Chinese, let alone Thai or Laotian or Cambodian or Burmese? You see what I'm saying? So don't fall into the trap of talking to people here like they're children. Yeah, I see that a lot, and I think it's very, dare I say, racist to be talking to a lady like she's a little kid. Why do you think they talk to you like you're a 3-year-old? Because you're talking to them like a 3-year-old. You know, most people will rise to the level of conversation that you give them. You know, yes, you can use, let's say, smaller words where a more complex word may not be necessary, but don't be fooled here. Thailand is full of engineers, computer scientists, and the like. I'll give you an example. We was out at the river rafting the other day. Hopefully you'll see the video. And I went into a guy that is helping his mother at her concession stand. Oh, and he's a professor in English at a university in Bangkok. I mean, this kid, I call him a kid, he's about 28, 29. This dude's full on professor. But he's there with his apron on, helping his mom because that's his mom's business and that's what he does. So I would say don't don't fall into the trap of talking to everybody here like they're children, especially if you're in the tour, you know, if you're at a resort and stuff. For the most part, everybody, you know what's a worldwide cultural nuance? It's respect. There's nothing cultural about this. People will say, oh, well, that's just no. Here's something that transcends culture: respect. And if you talk with people and you look them in the eye and you have a conversation with them, then the chances are you're going to get a much fuller conversation out of them. Third point, Wikipedia. Now, for you gentlemen and you ladies who are coming here to meet what you hope to be a significant other, maybe you met them through the internet or something, or you're an exchange student, or you're just, like I said, you're just a tourist, but everybody you meet is not Wikipedia Thailand. And what I see, I even fall into the trap myself. Now, my wife and I have been married 15 years. She's college educated in the United States. I have to find, you know, I don't really have anybody to ask. So her and I usually end up Googling it together about Thailand. You know, I'll ask her things because the curious kid in me has questions about everything. And I've, you know, early on, like, you know, 7, 8 years ago, I said, hey, I don't expect you to know everything. I'm just like, you're the only person I got to ask. We can just Google it together. Now, ChatGPT, boy, that's a lifesaver. So keep in mind that if you're on these tours and stuff, maybe the tour guide is just there to take you to a museum or to a temple or to rafting or elephant rides and stuff. You start treating them like they're Wikipedia and everybody just gets they're going to be polite. They're going to be polite, but then you might start getting the wrong answers. So be prepared to help the people that you are mingling with as a tourist to suss out exactly what it is you're trying to figure out. Because understand, just like, and I'll use the United States, depending on who you ask about someone in the United States, you will get completely different answers. Just like if you ask about anything, hey, how do you like Arizona? It's too hot. Yeah. Oh, how do you like Arizona? Oh, it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited. You know, the desert springs, the snow-capped mountains. You know, so it's all how you look at it. And so if you ask me, if you ask me about something, you're gonna get a different answer. Just like if I asked you about something, you're gonna get a different answer from you than I would from maybe someone else. So keep it in mind, the people that you run into are not Wikipedia Thailand. And then the last thing is, you will never know everything that's being said here. Just get comfortable with that. No one's talking about you. No one's having fun at your expense, maybe. I don't know, because I never know what's being said. But I will tell you that sometimes I'll ask my wife to say, hey, could you tell them that we're not interested in, you know, we don't want 5 chickens, we want 4 chickens. No, we don't want to take 2 rafts. You know, this river thing is on my mind because we've been going there lately. No, we don't want 2 rafts, we want to get 3 rafts, and we want to string them all together. Well, oftentimes when they get to talking, it sounds like it's the peace accords going on. And it's gotten to the point, I don't even care. I mean, there will be a full-fledged conversation. I mean, like everything. Everything. It sounds like they're talking about everything under the sun, but we don't have words in the English language. And I'll use the English language. I'm sure it's true with the German language. I know it's true with the Spanish language, is that we don't have words that translate one for one into a Thai word. Very often, we don't have the words to express the things they express in their Thai language. We need a paragraph. They need a word. Sometimes they need a paragraph, whereas we need a few words. So don't get paranoid that it sounds like a whole conference was being held over a simple thing. And that was 4 points about communication. I'm going to throw in a 5th free point. Because, you know, you bought 4, so I'm going to give you 5. Bought 5, get 1 free. Thai time. Thai time is real, man. As I've been fighting against it for 22, 21 years now, and all I can say is people will not change me, but I'm not going to fight people over me not changing. If we're leaving at 8:30, I like to leave at 8:30. You as a first-time visitor, you may want to move it up. If you want to leave at 8:30, you may want to tell them 8 o'clock. You probably get out of there by 8:45. And relax. The world ain't going to change. You're not going to miss anything. They've been doing this 1,000 years. Okay? So, just take it into account that Thai time is a real thing. The best way to combat Thai time, if you're very like me, I gotta make SP. I gotta make it. We've designated SP. Let's make SP. All right. The way to combat it is just move your start time up, and then you'll be all right. But chances are, trust your hosts. They pretty much know where to get you at what time. Okay. Anyway, just 5 simple tips about first-time visitors to Thailand. You guys have a great day. Bye.